Starting with the great name of Allah, the most merciful and beneficent. My name is Abesur Rahman, and today I'm going to discuss inheritance and its types with you guys. So what is inheritance? Inheritance is one of the key features of object-oriented programming. It provided a mechanism that allowed a class to inherit the property of another class. So it can be defined as more technically is the process where one class acquires the properties, methods and fields of another. So the class which inherits the properties of other is known as subclass or derived class, or also known as a child class as well. And the class whose properties are inherited is known as superclass or parent class. So also note a point here that we can achieve inheritance in Java by using the keyword extends. Without the keyword extends we can't achieve the inheritance. Now here in front of us we have a class with the name animal, and inside this animal class I'm just making a method with the name eat, and just simply printing out print ln I am eating. And here we have another class of dog. So eat is also the method of the dog. Dog is also eating. So what should I do? Should I make another method for the dog class? Yes, I can. But what if I do the same code repeatedly again and again, and suppose if I have to do it again I have to do it in a big project. So is it sufficient for my project? No, it's not sufficient, because the number of lines will be increasing, and as well as time consumable as well, and the project will become slower. So with the help of this key mechanism of object-oriented programming inheritance, I can just inherit the properties of animal class into the dog class simply using the keyword extends. So public class dog extends class animal. Now in the main method, just moving here, I'm just writing the object of the dog class, new dog, and with the help of this object I'm just calling to the method of the animal class. I'm just checking it's working or not. Hope it's working. It's just a bit slow, but hope it will be working because I'm doing it rapidly. And here we have in output I am eating. So what am I doing here? Here I am just making a class with the name animal, and inside this class I am make a method of the eat, and simply just printing out I am eating. And here I have made another class with the name dog, which extends animal. It means that the animal class is superclass and the dog class is subclass. So the subclass dog is inheriting the property of the superclass, and inside here in the main method I have just instantiated the object of the subclass, and through this object I am just calling to the method of the animal class. Now let's come on towards the type. The first type is of inheritance is a single inheritance. As the name indicates, the single inheritance where one class just inherits the properties of the other class is known as single inheritance. Same in this case, I have made a class and animal, and here I am just another class of dog, and it inherits the properties of animal class. So it's also known as single inheritance. And be notice here a point that every class inherits an object class. So by default, if I use here public class animal of extends object, sorry, or is capital, so it doesn't give me an error. So what does it mean? That every class has been inherited by another class with the name object, so every class is extended by the object class. And be noticed here the phenomena of direct inheritance and indirect inheritance. So the dog class is indirectly inheriting the object class, and the animal class is directly inheriting the object class. And further we will move on towards, then it will be more clear about the phenomena direct inheritance and indirect inheritance. So for instance, you may know that every class is in extending of an object class. Now moving in towards another type is multi-level inheritance. So what is multi-level inheritance? A multi-level inheritance phenomena is that where a class is being inherit the properties of another class, and that class which inherits the properties of one class, and furthermore its properties are inherited by the other class, is known as multiple inheritance. Suppose just I have making in this animal class a dog class, and here I am just also making a new class with the name line, just making another class, it's line. It's taking too much time. So there we go, we have a class line. Now what should this do? Now inside this dog class I am just writing a method here of void meat, and just simply printing out system.out.println, and use dot here, system.out.println. I love to eat meat. So now here the line also love the meat. So what should I do? Should I make another class with the line class? No, I just extend the properties from the dog class. So I will just using the keyword extend. So the public class dog animal extends the properties of the animal class extends the properties of the dog. So here in the main method I am just instantiating the object of line class, line obj2 new line obj2 dot eat obj2 dot meat. I will just run it, check it whether it's working or not. Hope so it's working. So what am I doing here? Here I am using multi-level inheritance. So made the class animal, and another class here I made the dog, and so here's our output. Output is, sorry, I am eating, I love to eat meat. So line is also love to eat meat. So the line class is just inheriting the properties of dog, and the dog class inheriting the properties from the line. So here I will just tell you about the phenomena of the indirect inheritance and the direct inheritance. So the class line indirectly inherits the properties of class animal, and the dog class directly inheriting the properties of class animal. So it uses the class animal, the class dog, to inherit the properties of class animal. So here's the from. Now be clear that the line is being directly inheriting the properties of class animal, and the dog class is directly inheriting the properties of class animal. Now here's another phenomena that through the objects, I'm just making the object of class animal, obj3 new animal, and obj3 dot. Now what is show? It's showing just eat method. It doesn't show the method where the meat method which I have been created inside this dog class. So through the just the superclass object can just call to its own method. It can't call to the object, to the method of its subclass. So the subclass object can be also treated as the object of superclass. And be noticed here that inheritance use is our relationship. What is our relationship? So it's been clear from the example that the dog is our animal. What is dog is our animal? Lion is our animal. So it uses is our relationship. Dog is our animal. So in this case, animal is a superclass and dog is the subclass. Lion is our animal. So lion is subclass. Animal is the superclass. So it uses is our relationship. Here we will moving on towards the next topic, which is hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance, the name indicates. So here I am just using the same example to explain you the hierarchical inheritance. So what is hierarchical inheritance? Hierarchical inheritance, where the superclass is being inherited by the two subclasses. Here it's our superclass is animal, and it's been inherited by the dog, and now I am just inheriting the superclass is inherited also by the lion. So the public class lion extends animal. Now the properties inside the animal class will be also be showing in the animal the lion class as well. So I cannot call to the method of the dog class because I've just removed it. And now what am I doing here? Here I am making the class, and inside this animal class I have just my method I am eating, and inside this class I will just remove it the method meat, and I have removed it, and it is inherited by the animal class is inherited by the dog, and the same animal class is also inherited by the lion. So I will just making an object of a lion class, and through which I am calling to the method eat of the animal class. So what is happening here? Sorry, it's the method is being inheriting by the two subclasses. So it's been hierarchical inheritance. Now we have discussed the types of inheritance is single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Now we're going to just move on towards the next type of inheritance, which is named as multiple inheritance. So the multiple inheritance is a feature of object-oriented programming where a class can inherit the properties of more than one parent class. The problem occurs when there exist methods with the same signature in both the superclass and subclass. On calling the method, the compiler cannot determine which class method to be called, and even on calling, which class method gets the priority. So the Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. So we can achieve the multiple inheritance in Java by the use of an interface. So what is an interface? An interface is a keyword in Java. It is a blueprint of a class. It has static constants and abstract methods. The interface in Java is a mechanism to achieve abstraction. So here comes the new word, abstraction. So here abstraction is the process in object-oriented programming of hiding the implementation details from the user. Only the functionality will be provided to the user. In simple, I can say you that the user will have the information on what the object does instead of how it does it. Simply, you can take the example in real life that a car driver just pushes the accelerator, and in a result the car moves forward in direction. So the car driver doesn't know the mechanism behind the accelerator. He just pushes the accelerator, and in a result the car moves in a forward direction. So here I will just creating an interface in class animal. I'm just writing interface keyword, and the name of interface will be interface eat, and inside this I'm just declaring a method eating. Note here that all the variables and methods, the variables are by default static final in interface, and the methods are by default abstract. So we don't need to write abstract with this method. We are just declaring the method inside interface. We have not to implement, we have not to define this method eating inside the interface. So the class which implements this interface, it will define the method eating. Now let's take just example that a public class and animal, another keyword is implement. So when we have to use the interface, we have to use this keyword implement. So public class animal implements interface eat, and inside we have to write the method void eating system dot out dot println all animal eats or animal eat. Sorry, all animal eat. So just overriding the method, so we have to using the override notation, and also changing this to the public because the method inside here in interface are public, so they are by default. So now what am I doing here? I'm just implementing the interface eat, and inside this interface I have just declared the method eating, and the method eating is defining here. So the method of interface eat where it defines is concrete class. So the class animal is the concrete class of this interface eat, and here I'm just creating the object of animal class. Animal obj is equal to new animal obj dot eating. I'm just run it, check it. will show us the expected output that all animal eats. Yes, it's output. It's been shown that all animals eat. Now, how can we achieve the multiple inheritance? So the multiple inheritance is achieving through the interface. So here is the new class dogs. Public class dog will extend the class animal and implements the interface name eat, and here inside this class dog I am just writing the method public void eating, simply write system.out.println dog eat bones. Sorry, I haven't implements. Error has been corrected. So again, this method eat is being overriding from the class animal. Here I'm gonna just creating the object of class animal, sorry, of the class dog is equal to new dog obj dot eating. Yeah, sorry, we have to, obj is already created, we have changed the name obj1. Now check it. So it gives the output all animals eat and dog eat bones. So what am I doing here? I am just creating an interface with the name eat, and inside this I have declared the method eating, and the class animal implements this interface, and inside it I have uses all animals eat. What if I didn't use the implements here, just extends animal? Yes, I can. And checking the output, so it doesn't affect our output result. So the class animal is already implements the eat interface, so we're gonna just extends it, the dog just extends it, and we're gonna just call. So another thing inside here, we're gonna use the keyword super. Super is a very interesting keyword. It's just same like this keyword. So with the help of the keyword super, we're gonna just call to the method of the superclass method. I'm just creating a method, sorry, I'm just creating a method void method to, and inside I am just writing system.out.println I love dog. I just create another method inside here in class animal, and to which I'm gonna just call it here by using the super keyword super dot method 2. So this method is being overridden here again here in this dog class. So I don't have to need to write again the method I love dog inside in this dog class. I have just write uses the super keyword super dot method too. So with the help of the keyword super, we're gonna just call to the super class method. I'm gonna just try it and check it where it gives us the expected output or not. Sure, it will give us the expected output result. All animals eat and dog eat bones. So it doesn't give me the expected output. Why? Oh, sorry, I didn't count for the method. So I didn't call to the method here in the main obj1 dot method 2. Now it will give us the expected output result. I love dog. So through interface here is our output I love dog. So through interface we can achieve multiple inheritance. And so what we have read in this lecture, which topics we have covered. So we have covered inheritance. It is very simple. Where inheritance we use the keyword extends. Here we have used keyword extends in inheritance by inheriting the properties of another class. So and the types of inheritance: single inheritance where one class extends another class only, and other type is multi-level inheritance where one class just inherit from a derived class, and the derived class is further becomes the base class for the next class. And we have also covered the topic hierarchical inheritance where one class is inherited by many subclasses. And we have also covered multiple inheritance, though the Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. So interface and abstract is also covered in this video tutorial. So multiple inheritance where one class extending more than one class. So we have covered these topics. So that's it from today's this video tutorial. Thank you to you all guys.